All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all, let's talk about it. Manon Fiorot versus Rose Namajunas. All right, y'all, so Manon versus Rose turned out to be a competitive fight. It was a good fight, but I got to say this. Rose definitely didn't look to belong at the top of 125. I'm going to go ahead and say that. The skills she had were enough to survive this type of fight, but to me, she was clearly outstrength, outgunned. I think she did enough to win the last round after the second watch. But overall, I think Manon outskilled her and beat her at her own game. You know, she was able to make the nice adjustments without having to be a physical fighter in this one. You know, she outstruck her, used her speed and volume, turned some nice angles, and won this fight. You know, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, Rose broke the pinky in this fight. But, hey, no excuses. People are saying that she lost the fight because of a broken pinky. Well, I've seen fighters come back with a broken jaw. You know, so she just had to make adjustments in. So we can't make excuses because nobody made an excuse for Manon when she ruptured her ligament against Caitlin Chikagan. They took credit away and just said she looked like a bad fighter. But she fought through an injury in that fight, found a way to win, right? So same deal in this one. Rose had to find a way to win. She just couldn't do it because Manon was bigger, faster, and stronger in this, right? So, yeah, got to give her full credit, especially the people that picked Rose to knock her out. You got to give Manon full credit. It was an impressive win, all right? So real quick, looking back at the fight, size was a factor, man. You know, Manon was putting that pressure on Rose early. Rose really wasn't comfortable in where she wanted to be in the first few minutes because right away Manon was able to move with the first right hook she landed. I mean, when she threw it, you could kind of see Rose kind of move off of her feet. So you can see that speed and power difference. Though Rose is smaller, she's in a new weight class. That's what we have to factor in. You know, she's in a new weight class. So even though she's smaller, she's still moving around with, 10 extra pounds, and this ain't straw weight. You know, whereas Manon, she's been in this division for a while now. So even though she's bigger, her speed is going to be unchanged. Even with a rough weight cut, when she feels back out, she'll be the same fighter because that's her style and how she moves, right? So Manon, she was landing and controlling with some good right hands. She stuffed Rose's takedowns. Like I said, even in mid part of the round, I believe they said Rose, her pinky, you could tell it was injured. It was compromised because she couldn't really make a good right hand. But she landed a few good right hands. She landed a few good shots. She just couldn't really do any damage because of the size difference on Manon. You know, Manon was able to keep up with the footwork, find her range, making it kind of back and forth. Sometimes, she would lead. Sometimes she would let Rose come forward, which helped her land a good head kick, and a good left hand. So few of those Manon combinations, they kind of made Rose shoot for another takedown. But again, she was denied. So I thought Manon won the first round clearly. Rose starting to look marked up at the end of the round and looked like she was having trouble, like I said, getting into a rhythm. The second round, I think clearly the southpaw stance was giving Rose some trouble because she couldn't get off the left hook the way she wanted to. Like, she was having trouble getting her footwork set because of the way Manon was moving. And the way Manon's shoulders are built, they're kind of wide. So when she would step in with the left hook, Manon would kind of dip down and she would catch it on the arm or on the shoulder. And the way she would move out, it was just kind of slick. So Rose really couldn't get off those power shots right away. And Rose's balance wasn't that good either. She was eating some flurries and she kind of stumbled around a little bit. So I think, like I said, that weight, it takes some getting used to. You just can't move up the flyweight and think you're going to move with a mover like that. So Manon, she was able to clinch up with her when she stumbled and put that physical strength on her and land some good strikes on the inside. Like I said, it was a good game plan. So a lot of these shots were doing damage. Then Manon landed a hard knee that visibly hurt Rose in the clinch. And then when they went right back to the center, Manon started going to the body. That body work was paying off, but the headshots were there too, so Manon was doing a good job of mixing it up with some good body kicks. But Rose, she never stopped trying. She made a nice adjustment too with her left hand. She started landing some good left hooks on Manon. But then that head clash, man, it was a bad head clash that opened up this huge gash, as you can see right here on the side of Manon's head. And, it was pouring. But luckily it wasn't like over the forehead, or lucky it wasn't like under the eye or like, an eyelid, just on the side of the head, so it didn't really impair her vision. She could still keep going. So Manon ended the round with a good side kick that kind of hurt Rose as she was stepping back. But Rose, like I said, landed some good left hands in this round, but she really couldn't outspeed Manon. I think, Manon, like I said, built for this division, been fighting here longer, so her speed was still going to be a little bit better than Rose Namajunas. Last round, Rose, she did start off aggressive. She started off aggressive. I think she knew she needed that finish, so she was letting combinations off, and she was kind of pushing that pace. But Rose just didn't have that type of power. She just don't have that type of power coming forward. Like when she storms forward, she can do damage, but Rose's power is more so from the precision, like whenever she fully extends like a head kick or a left hook, like from a distance. When she sets shots up from a distance, that's where she's able to fully let her power go. But when she's coming forward, the shots aren't really going to be like that concussive, like Jessica Andrade or something like that, right? She has to get full extension. Manon did a good job of cutting some angles the last round, making Rose strike some air. Rose, she made a better adjustment, like I said, with the left hook this round. When she switched to southpaw, since the right hand was damaged, she started landing the left hand over the top. And I think some people thought some knockdowns were scored, but they weren't knockdowns. It was just like some slips. Like, I know there was like one connection, but towards the end of the round, but I saw Manon's balance come out from under, and it just looked like a slip. So I really wouldn't count that as a knockdown. But yeah, Rose put on more pressure in the third round, but I'd say the best sequence was landed by Manon when she landed a head kick and a good 1-2 when she put that flurry on Rose and kind of had her backing up. But yeah, I could say that you could argue Rose won the last round. So first time around, I said 30-27. I got no problem with that. But you could say 29-28 for Manon Fiorot. So yeah, overall, I think Manon definitely put on a good performance. Good chess match. Like I said, I didn't really want to see her do the chess match. I thought she could have went in and been more physical, but knowing that she could beat Rose on the feet and at a distance and play chess with her, that's good. That's just showing that she made good adjustments in training and that they studied and that Manon is a smart fighter. That's showing that she's got that skill set to go in there and just pick her opponent apart at times, and she's getting better at that. Maybe in the future she could sit down on her punches a little bit more, maybe go to the body and be a little bit more physical to get girls out of there. Maybe like work on her wrestling, like fighters like Wei Li, who are physical specimens in their division. Wei Li, she can, take you down at straw weight and, maul you and beat you up. Maybe if Manon takes that approach more, she can be a little bit more deadly. She won't give her opponents a lot of space to try to work. Because, sometimes in this fight, Rose would still come forward and have that room to get shots off. Luckily, she just didn't have that power to do damage, But yeah, I thought Rose's, her heart was good in this fight. She worked well as far as, staying in the fight. She took some hard shots, took some damage, but she stayed in it to the body and to the head. So no knock to her. I just don't think Rose should stay at 115. Because like I said, I misheard in the other interview. And if Rose doesn't have if she doesn't have problems making 115, then she needs to go back to 115, because the other girls at 125, they're going to be stronger, and they're going to be more powerful, and they're going to be more into the grappling. So they're going to maul her. Suarez, not Suarez, but Santos, Aaron Blanchfield, girls like that, they're going to go in there and maul her. So, she's going to have to look out for that if she stays at 125. But go back down to 115 if she can make that weight. As for Manon, it was an impressive win. She beat a former two-time champion. So I think that she deserves a title shot. If not, both her and Aaron, they acknowledged each other. If they really want to go at it, they should fight each other for that final decision. If they both agree on it, then I'd rather see that fight. But if you ask me, I think Manon deserves a little bit more, since she beat a more credible opponent over Andrade. Maybe not necessarily over Santos, but I think overall Manon's resume is more impressive. But guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Who do you think should get the next title shot? What do y'all think of the fight? Are y'all Rose fans that were picking Manon to get knocked out? Y'all still riding with your girl? Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.